If you've made it this far, then you're serious about one thing: living not just longer, but better. Because after 60, health isn't measured in years. It's measured in freedom. The freedom to walk on your own, cook your own meals, remember your grandkids' names, live in your own home. That kind of freedom doesn't come from luck. It comes from daily choices, tiny decisions, made in the kitchen, that compound over time into strength, clarity, and resilience. And that's why we're going to finish strong in this 3-part episode. We'll show you how to eat all 9 of these foods in one day for less than $5 total. A full day of senior nutrition for under $5. Here is the menu. Pause the video if needed. That's a full day of meals rich in protein, fiber, calcium, iron, magnesium, potassium, omega-3s, and natural antioxidants for less than $5. No gimmicks, no starvation, no miracle food scams, just real food prepared simply with your health in mind. And here's the beautiful part. These foods don't just prevent disease. They build you back up. They give you energy in the morning, steadiness through the day, and peace at night. They feed your muscles, fuel your brain, and ease your digestion. Over time, they can lower your blood pressure, improve your memory, stabilize your weight, and strengthen your bones. Not by chance, but by choice. We've seen this firsthand. There was Mr. Harris, 72 years young, who had been relying on frozen dinners, toast, and cereal for most meals. After a small stroke, his doctor recommended a simple dietary shift. He started with oats and bananas in the morning, beans and rice for lunch, and tuna with spinach for dinner. Within 3 months, his blood pressure dropped, his energy returned, and he canceled his home health aid. He felt human again. Or Mrs. Lee, 67, a widow who thought healthy eating meant expensive shopping. Once she discovered frozen spinach, canned beans, and Greek yogurt, she stopped skipping meals. "I used to eat crackers for dinner," she said. "Now I eat real food, and I'm proud of it." These aren't dramatic transformations. They're everyday victories, and they can happen to you too. Because you don't need a perfect diet to change your life. You need a doable one that fits your fridge, your wallet, your routine, one that honors the life you've built by giving your body the nourishment it deserves. By now, you know the facts. You've seen how eggs, oats, beans, spinach, carrots, bananas, yogurt, tuna, and brown rice can nourish your body on even the tightest of budgets. You've learned how to spot foods that quietly cause harm, like deli meats, sugary cereals, white bread, flavored yogurts, and frozen dinners. You've seen a full day of meals laid out clearly, costing under $5, yet full of everything your heart, bones, mind, and digestion need to stay strong. But before we end, I want to tell you something deeper, something more important than science or pricing. This isn't just about food. It's about freedom and dignity and love, because what you eat in your 60s, 70s, 80s, and beyond will determine more than your lab results. It will determine how you live and how long you can keep living the way you want. See, after a certain age, most people stop aiming for more. They stop making changes. They settle. They believe that poor sleep, joint pain, memory lapses, Sluggishness and mood swings are just part of getting old. They give up. But here's the truth no one tells you. Aging is not the enemy. Inflammation is. Malnutrition is. Isolation is. And the way we fight those enemies is not through more pills or more appointments. It's through small daily actions that rebuild us from the inside out. It's through a bowl of warm oatmeal instead of cereal, a plate of beans and rice instead of instant noodles, a fresh banana instead of a stale pastry, a dinner you made with your own hands, because that, in itself, is an act of power. Too often, we underestimate the importance of daily meals, especially after retirement. When the schedule fades and the house gets quiet, food becomes something passive, something microwaved, something skipped, something eaten in silence while staring at the wall. But food isn't just fuel. Food is rhythm. Food is care. Food is memory. It's the moment you take back control. It's the reminder that your body still deserves nourishment, that you still deserve joy, and that even if your income is fixed, your choices are not. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be a nutritionist or a chef. You don't even have to like cooking. You just have to be willing to honor yourself with the smallest daily effort. And over time, that effort adds up. One boiled egg a day turns into a stronger heart. A spoonful of Greek yogurt becomes better digestion. A pot of beans becomes a month of stable energy. And most importantly, those foods protect the very things that matter most in this stage of life. Your mobility, your clarity, your independence, your pride. Let me ask you, what would it mean to you to get through the day without a nap? To go for a walk without joint pain? To remember names, appointments, and stories with sharpness? To walk into a checkup and hear your doctor say, "You're doing great. Keep it up"? Because that is what's at stake here. Not weight, not looks, not trends, but strength, autonomy, longevity, the ability to enjoy your grandchildren, to stay in your home, to make your own choices. And the path to that kind of life isn't through expensive diets or rigid rules. It's through consistency, simplicity, awareness. So how do you make this last? You make a grocery list and stick to it. You prep once a week. Nothing fancy, just a few boiled eggs, a batch of rice, a pot of beans, a container of cut carrots. You freeze half so it lasts longer. You keep a bag of frozen spinach in the freezer and a few cans of tuna in the pantry. You swap one food at a time. You don't buy what harms you, even if it's on sale. You eat with intention, not habit, and you remind yourself that even if no one else is watching, you are worth the effort. Because you are. You've worked hard. You've raised families. You've survived loss. You've lived through eras of change, recession, and recovery. You deserve meals that heal, not harm. You deserve the kind of nourishment that helps you stand tall, speak clearly, laugh deeply, and rest peacefully. You deserve to eat not like you're preparing to fade, but like you're preparing to live. Fully, fiercely, freely. And if no one's told you that lately, let this video be the first. You are not a burden. You are not too old to change. You are not too late to start. You are the reason this matters. You are the reason I created this list. Not for clicks, not for content, but because I believe that aging with strength is a right, not a privilege. And I believe that right begins at the table. So go back to your kitchen, open your fridge, look in your cupboard, and ask yourself, am I feeding my future or slowly forgetting it? Because now you know the difference, and knowing gives you power. If this message moved you, if it gave you a new way to see food or a new reason to care, please share it with someone else who might need it. A parent, a neighbor, a friend, someone who thinks it's too late. Let them see that it's not. And if you want more videos like this, videos that respect your intelligence, honor your body, and speak to your real life, subscribe, like, and leave a comment. Tell us, what's one food you're swapping this week? Remember, it's not about eating perfectly. It's about eating purposefully, one bite at a time.